right now, our friend Joseph Grillo is here. We've got some things to talk about and some more music to play. All kinds of cool stuff. Good evening, Frank. No, Joseph. Frank.
Hi, Andy.
I'm looking at Frank Zappa here.
That's okay.
Okay.
You can call me Frank. You can call me Joe. Whatever you like.
You can call me Ray. Wasn't that?
Don't call me late for dinner.
That's it. Exactly. So, okay. So, now we met where, I think you...
Here
at...
we did a promotion for the Sourlands Mountain Festival a few years ago.
Right. Okay.
And my band was playing there, the Gumbo Gumbas. And
right.
You were gracious enough to let me come in and help promote it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it rained that day, so it wasn't a great turnout, but we still had fun. We played in the rain.
Right. It's always fun. I've been to Sourlands, the music fest sometimes, and it was like 9 billion degrees outside.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
You don't worry about stuff like that when you got a chance to get out and do things, you know. So, anyway, but now there's something else we're going to talk about now.
Yes, we are. We're talking about Alfie Fest.
Alfie Fest.
Alfie Fest. It's happening at the Clinton Elks, 6 to 9 on a week from Friday. It's the 20th of June.
Right.
And it was something that was an idea that my niece and I came up with as a result of my poor brother who passed away during COVID.
Okay.
He was not able to have a very large memorial service because of COVID. We had a very small service, and he was a really popular guy in the area. He was a plumber from Kingwood Township.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of people in this area know him, Alfie Grillo Plumbing and Heating, and he was just the funniest guy in the world. And if you notice my shirt, I don't know if you noticed my shirt, on the back it has the saying. It says, "If I can't fix it, somebody else will." That's what he had. That's what he had on his business card, and it was that's the kind of guy he was. He was just funny, and people loved him. And we just want to have a celebration of his life and get people together and talk about him and play some music. Because the thing about Alfie is he and I. We used to go down to New Orleans every year and go to a music festival. He was really into music. He was really into Frank Zappa, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And really into Tom Waits.
Oh,
but
Tom Waits. I
love Tom Waits,
yeah.
And it's funny, I can even bring that up because one of the songs on our latest record, it's called Can't Go Back to New Orleans. It's dedicated to Alfie, and I sung it in the style of Tom Waits, so maybe we can play that a little later.
Yeah.
But Alfie was just, a magnetic person. He was the kind of guy that if you met him, you would think he was your best friend. And everybody who ever met him thought that he was their best friend. And that's he was a wonderful person.
Okay.
And we're just trying to honor him and have some fun.
Right.
In New Orleans, when people pass away, they have a big party.
Right.
So we're going to do that for him.
Okay.
And, we're going to raise money, too. We're raising money for the disease that took his life. Amyloidosis, which you probably have never heard of. It's a very strange and very rare disease. And what happened was when he started feeling ill, which I guess was the spring of 2020, and it was COVID. So getting a doctor's appointment was really difficult back then.
Yeah.
And it took him forever to get diagnosed. He was going all over the place trying to figure out why he wasn't feeling good. We thought he might have had COVID. He didn't have COVID, but he had this disease. And by the time they figured out what it was, they put him in the hospital, and unfortunately, he never came out of the hospital. So, it's a sad thing, and because of that situation, we weren't even able to see him, because we weren't allowed to visit people, we weren't allowed to go into hospitals. And
I had a niece pass away during the pandemic too. She's only 36 years old. We waited
from COVID,
not from COVID, from other things, but again, the same thing. It's like we didn't have a memorial for her till.
Right.
A year later,
Right. So, well, we had a memorial for Alfie, but it was very small. It was just immediate family. Yeah. And he was such a huge personality.
Yeah.
That we just thought, that we would do something bigger and just celebrate his life.
All right. So you have some songs you want to play. Now, I have everything from the Gumbo Gumbas. If you want to play something from them to start.
Sure.
I
don't know if you have everything, because I don't think we released everything. But
everything that I could find that you've done
do you have Can't Go Back to New Orleans on there?
Let me see. Yes.
Okay, you can play that, because that's the song I wrote about him and our trips to New Orleans. So I think that'd be appropriate. And it starts off kind of sad, but it ends up happy. So that's just the way it is down there. When people pass away, you got to celebrate their life.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a video of this too on YouTube.
Oh, okay. And you'll have to tell us more about the social media where people can find you.
Okay.
Now, when was this recorded?
This was recorded, I guess, about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Before it was written during the lockdowns.
Okay.
So that's all we were doing was when we recorded everything remotely because we couldn't get into studios. So I'd write a tune and then I would program it and then I would send it out to my drummer and he would put the drums on and I'd send it out to my bass player. He put the bass parts on and so on and so on. So that's how we made this record. It was all done virtually. It was actually mixed in Australia.
Okay.
And oddly enough, the guy who was working on this as our chief engineer, who's a dear friend of mine, he passed away during that time.
Geez.
So we had this big fiasco because he was gone and he passed it off to a friend of his who had a whole different system. We went from using Logic, using Logic to Pro Tools, and that was kind of a hairy situation. But we got it done. Mm-hmm. So,
Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of other bands that did the same thing. It's like everybody was recording their own piece at home and sending it to somebody, and then they kind of mixed it and put it together. But
hats off to Loz Maddy, who was the engineer who actually brought it home for us. So thank you very much. But we're very proud of the record.
So this is Can't Go Back to New Orleans by the Gumbo Gumbas.
Frenchman Street. Every night, all the freaks we'd meet, sucking beers and checking out the local shows. Cotton Kings at the Spotted Cat, Kermit playing in his beat-up hat. Wish I had a dime for every lyric. Local boys beating 5-gallon drums, and street musicians working for crumbs. A crescent city built on dreams and footings made of sand. Now every year our pilgrimage to the river of sacrilege made this freaky world of ours somehow make sense. Stumbling down the cobblestone, never knowing which way to go. Never fear, 'cause God would get us home. But God, now He had other plans. He took you to His promised land, and now I'm all alone on this bandstand. So I can't go back to New Orleans. I'll never go back to New Orleans. I don't wanna go to New Orleans no more. Now what would my poor brother say if he knew I felt this way? He'd smile at me and make me look the fool. He'd say, bro, you got it all so wrong. Go live your life, go sing your song, and have a shot on me with all the boys. 'Cause life is short, don't waste your time. Sorrow is a worthless crime, an epic journey's memories sublime. So I guess I'll go back to New Orleans. Well, I wanna go back to New Orleans. Yeah, I gotta get back to New Orleans and tip a pint for you. Yeah, I wanna go back to New Orleans. I gotta get back to New Orleans. Yeah, I wanna go to New Orleans and tip a pint for you.
Wow. So who is the tuba player?
It's a guy we got from Philadelphia.
Oops.
Yeah, I remember that day.
I'm trying to
Okay.
remember. Oh, Frank Rain. Frank Rain.
Okay. From
Yeah.
Philadelphia. Okay.
Yeah, he's from Philly.
Mm-hmm.
He's not on the video though. He couldn't make the video, so we had a different guy play the video.
Okay. And you said you have some videos. Where can people see the videos?
YouTube.
On YouTube? Okay.
Yeah.
And under Gumbo
Gumbas, we have our own channel.
Okay.
So we have a bunch of videos up there.
Okay. Well, what do you play?
I play saxophone and sing lead and
That's right. Okay.
write a lot of the stuff.
Anything else you want to tell us about that last song? Can't go
Sure.
back to New
Well,
Orleans?
I mean, the song. I mean, I was very sad when I wrote it, obviously, because my brother passed away, and I was at the point where I thought myself, I'm never going to go back to New Orleans again.
Right.
And I wrote that song, and I realized, though, after writing it and during the process of writing it, it's all part of the grief process, I guess. But what would Alfie want? You know, would he say to me, "Oh, I don't want you going there anymore"? No, he wouldn't say that. He'd say, "Go have a good time. You know, have fun."
And in
So
a way,
we turned it all around.
Yeah, in a way, you're keeping his memory alive too.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. And okay, so what's the song we're going to play next?
Well, I thought we should do something from Ernie White, because Ernie White's going to be on the show.
Okay.
And he's playing with a band called Bavarski.
Okay.
Now, Bavarski is a very interesting band because they mash up traditional polka, jazz, and pop music.
Okay.
So Bavarski was started by my friend Ron Oswanski, and he's a wonderful keyboard player, accordionist. He worked with Maynard Ferguson right out of college, and he was with them for many years.
Okay.
And then he kind of settled in New Jersey, and he played in my band for many years, and he got Ernie White to play with him in this project. It's called Bavarski.
Okay.
So we're not playing a Bavarski song now, but we're gonna play an Ernie White song.
Okay.
And this one's I thought it's appropriate. It's called Zydeco Blues, and I think Ernie wrote this right after Katrina. I think it was written in 2005, and I haven't heard this in a while. So let's listen to that. I think it's going to be great.
And yes, Ernie White, I know. I've seen him perform with my friend Lisa Bouchelle plenty of times.
Yeah, Ernie's the best.
Being
Great.
Polish and Ukrainian, I just recently played some Polish, some polkas and stuff, Who Stole the Kishka and things like that I've heard since I was a little kid.
Well, you're going to love Bavarski. See, I grew up in Manville, New Jersey.
Okay.
So Manville's probably like 90% Polish.
Right.
So I have polka in my blood. I used to eat gołąbki and pierogies all the time when I was a kid, even though I'm Italian. But
Right. I grew up in Lyndhurst, but in '62 I was 9 years old. We moved to New Brunswick, and I knew tons of people in Manville and the old John's Manville plant and all that stuff. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so the name of the tune
this is called Zydeco Blues by Ernie White.
Okay.
When the saints come back to the bayou to collect those weary souls, I want to be in that number when they come. When they come a-marching down on Bourbon on the way to the Mississippi, I wanna be in that number when they come. Sail away down this river street of dreams. Sail away, sail away, sail away. Oh, sail away, sail away, sail away. When the blues checks out of New Orleans and all this voodoo spell is gone, I'm gonna be in that number once again. So sail away down this river street of dreams. Sail away, sail away, sail away. Oh, let us pray for the resurrection day. Let us pray, let us pray. Let us pray.
Wow, great tune. I love that. Love that
That's
song.
Ernie White.
Yeah.
In the house.
Great song. And now you wanted to hear Zydeland.
Well, yeah, I think we should do something a little happier.
Okay.
Because you know what? It's going to be a big celebration. We want everybody to have fun and have a good time. So Zydeland is a good, feel-good song.
Okay.
So.
You're listening to Andy's Music Mix. If you want to say hello, WDVR host at Comcast.net. Sitting here with Joe Grillo and listening to Ernie White, some Gumbo Gumbas.
Everybody, can you hear my song about a beautiful scene? Won't you come along? Do you want to have a little fun with me? All you all in a good old mood, hanging out and drinking at the barbecue, kicking up the mud under the big oak tree, laughing and looking like a juvenile, something on the face, it's a big old smile. Come on with me now, you'll understand about Zydeland. Zydeland, oh Zydeland. Everybody here just gets along, grooving all day to their favorite songs. Can you feel a little something blowing in the wind? There's a big blue sky in the neighborhood. Come on out and it'll do you good. Get a little vitamin D soaking in your skin. Dancing all day on the big front lawn, no matter what side of the fence you're on. Let me show you now, you'll understand about Zydeland. Zydeland, oh Zydeland.
Hey, this is Lisa Bouchelle, and you're listening to Andy's Music Mix on WDVR 89.7 FM.
Okay, and maybe she can catch this on the archives because you're a friend of Lisa Bouchelle. And,
That's right.
I texted her, said we were listening to some Ernie White. Also, we just got a phone call from Mike in South Trenton, and he said he thought he knew Joseph, but maybe he didn't. At some place in Mercerville that he used to go. What was it? Cork and Keg.
Cork and Keg.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we went to different schools together.
Yeah, right. We went to two different schools. And we also got an email from our friend Ray from Red Mill in Clinton. He says he still goes to the 10th Street Market in Manville to get kibasi and other Polish items. They all speak Polish there, so that's cool. I was talking with Joe here during the break that my late wife was Estonian, and there was a market, Universal Market on Route 9 down by near Lakewood or somewhere there, and used to have everything Polish, Ukrainian, Estonian, Russian, German foods and stuff. Folded years ago. There was a place in South Brownbrook when my late wife and I lived in Somerset. We used to go to all the time. They had like everything too, but I'll have to check out the 10th Street Market in Manville. Have you've been there?
Yes, I have many times.
Okay.
We have to send the next song out to our Manville people because Manville is a very Polish town.
Yes.
And Ernie plays with this band called Bavarski.
Okay.
That features my friend Ronald Oswanski on keyboards. Mm-hmm. And they do a mashup of jazz, pop, and polka.
Okay.
Bavarski, Born to Polka.
Okay, that's what you just gave me?
That's what I just gave you.
And it's number 9?
Number 9, Country Roads and Rocky Top.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
It's a cover.
Right. 2 great songs. Okay, and the name of the band?
Bavarski.
Bavarski. Okay.
They're playing.
West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, oh take me home down country roads. I hear a voice in the morning now, she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, oh take me home down country roads. Telephone bills. Once I had a girl on Rocky Top, half bear, other half cat. Wild as a mink, as sweet as soda pop, I still dream about that. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Once 2 strangers climbed over Rocky Top, looking for moonshine still. Strangers ain't come down from Rocky Top, reckon they never will. Corn won't grow at all on Rocky Top, dirt's too rocky by far. That's why all the folks on Rocky Top get their corn from a jar. Yeah, Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me.
Okay, so that was
That
two
was
songs.
Bavarski
with
doing a cover of Rocky Top and Country Roads.
Wow.
And they will be performing at Alfie Fest on Friday the 20th
Now,
of June.
Tell us about Alfie Fest. Where?
It's going to be at the Clinton Elks Club.
Right.
And we're going to have, Alfie and I used to go to New Orleans every year, and we enjoyed the food a lot. So we got a real authentic Cajun food truck. They're going to have poor boys and paw boys.
Po' boys, yeah.
And jambalaya and
nice.
Who else knows what they're going to bring? They're going to bring a lot of good stuff.
And this is a fundraiser.
This is a fundraiser, and all the proceeds we're going to be going to the Amyloidosis Foundation, and that's we're going to try to help with research to try to find a cure for this very rare disease.
Yeah.
We're selling T-shirts. We're selling these hats. By the way, this hat.
Oh, okay.
Now you might wonder why you can't see it because we're on the radio, but it says "Be kind" on my head.
Okay.
My brother was a beekeeper.
Oh, okay.
So we thought it would be a nice thing to have some hats.
Yeah.
So my sister had the idea of buying some hats.
Yeah.
She's going to sell them, and we're going to donate the money to the cause too.
Okay.
So all the profits that we make out of this is going to go to that
Right.
foundation to try to raise some money and awareness of this disease.
And how old was he when he?
He was just under 70, just getting ready to retire, I guess. Although he probably wouldn't retire, but maybe getting ready to collect his Social Security. He never took his Social Security, but hopefully his wife's getting it. Anyway,
Wow.
we got to do something for the Italians now. I think. What do you say?
That sounds like a good idea.
Because the Gumbo Gumbas, the whole concept came to me because of Louis Prima. Do you know who Louis Prima is?
Yes.
So Louis Prima was from New Orleans. A lot of people didn't know or don't know that, but he was from New Orleans, and there was a whole section of New Orleans that was Italian. Right. So I kind of got the idea to combine Zydeco and Louis Prima and jazz and swamp funk. Okay. And I came up with this song. It's called Gumbo Parmesan. Do you have it? Do you have it there? Or do you need this disc?
Who? It's from Gumbas. Gumbas? Okay. What is it called?
It's Gumbo Parmesan.
Oh, right here.
Yeah,
I have it right here.
So this is actually a dish that I invented.
Okay.
And, it's because some people would think that putting Parmesan cheese on gumbo is sacrilegious. Right. But it's actually quite good. We have a party every New Year's Day. I don't know if you know about the tradition of the black-eyed peas and collard greens. It's a Southern thing. Right. So every year we have collard greens and black-eyed peas. And now I started doing gumbo Parmesan, and we have a big party at my house. So next year you'll have to come. Okay?
All right.
You're invited.
Sounds good. So this is Gumbo Parmesan.
Gumbo Parmesan.
Okay. The Gumbo Gumbas.
Yeah, I remember that day just like it was yesterday. I was out fishing in the backwater and I must have got turned around because I had no idea where the hell I was. The sun was hot and I was real thirsty. And I was out there rolling around for hours and I thought maybe I should get on my knees and make a little prayer for a sign. And just then, coming around the bend, I saw a neon light flash. Gino and Del Bronze Italian Cajun cuisine. And I knew right then and there everything was gonna be just okay. Was out on the bayou one sunny day. And walking through the swamp, I just lost my way. My stomach was empty and I had the blues. I was so hungry, could have eaten my shoes. Then to my surprise, I just stumbled upon the coolest little Cajun Italian restaurant. Now Gino was the owner and his wife was Del Bron. And he was an Italian, she was born a Cajun. And when they got together and they started to cook, it smelled like heaven in a good old book. Well, looking at the menu, I just couldn't wait, 'cause everything I saw made me salivate. There was jambalaya, Alfredo, and pasta Peru, poor borscht, bowling cream, tomato soup, and red bean lasagna, Creole pizza too. Macho ziti, oyster meatball stew. I was so confused I couldn't decide, so I asked Chef Gino and he replied, try the gumbo parmesan. It's the new phenomenon. Just throw out the andouille, add Italian hot sausage and a nice chablis. Now I'm sure you'll all agree, a little Parmesan cheese, it's a thing of beauty. Supper, I was looking for a sweet, something on the menu make it so complete. Sphedeli king cakes mighty fine, key lime tiramisu and a glass of red wine. Well, if you ever come visit down Louisiana, ask Gold Gino for that gumbo parmesan. Try the gumbo parmesan, it's the new phenomenon. Just throw out the andouille, add Italian hot sausage and a nice chablis. Now I'm sure you'll all agree, a little Parmesan cheese and it's a thing of beauty.
Okay, a little gumbo parmesan, and you make gumbo parmesan.
I do.
Okay.
I do. It's delicious.
We'll have to check that out sometime. You're listening to Andy's Music Mix with special guest Joe Grillo from the Gumbo Gumbas. Be back in just a moment. Right now, we're speaking with Joe Grillo, and we wanted to hear My Parade.
My Parade, yeah.
Okay, you want to tell us anything about that song?
Well, this is kind of my funeral song, but it's a happy one.
A happy funeral.
So when people pass away down in New Orleans, they don't do it like they do up here.
Right.
They have a very solemn kind of parade to the graveyard. Once the service is over, they have a big giant party and a big, what they call a second line.
Right.
So this is a second line, and it's just I think this would be a nice song to wrap things up with.
Okay, and we want to thank Mike Ain, WDVR's own Mike Ain, host of several shows here. He said Bavarski rocks. He loves Bavarski, so glad you're listening.
Who doesn't love Bavarski?
How can you not love Bavarski?
They're the
best. Right. Okay, so this is My Parade.
Days gone by. Will you think about the good times and forgive me for the bad? Will you march along with me in my parade? In my parade, my parade, my parade, my parade. Will you dance along with me in my parade? My parade. When they roll me in the wagon, will you sing a song for me? In parade, in my parade. Please don't let a single teardrop trickle down upon your face. Let the sunshine warm your heart and tender soul. Just remember all the good times and forgive me for the bad. Will you dance along with me in my parade? In my parade, my parade, my parade, my parade. Will you march along with me in my parade? My parade. When I take the final curtain, will you sing a song for me? In my parade is my parade.
Okay, my parade. If you ain't bopping and dancing around. Wait, stop. No, don't want to play that yet. Okay. So you want to tell us something about that song, or?
Sure. Well, we're going to talk about the next song coming up, but I really want to just talk about the event a little bit before we say goodbye. Mm-hmm. Once again, it's Alfie Fest, and it's a fundraiser for Amyloidosis Foundation, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to remember my brother Alfie, who passed away during COVID, and unfortunately is not with us anymore. And we're going to get together with friends and family who haven't seen each other in a long time. We got people coming from Maine. Wow. We got people coming from all over the place. So it's going to be really fun. And the next song we're going to do was inspired by Alfie because he was a big Frank Zappa fan. Okay. And I noticed you played Frank Zappa before we started, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was inspired to write this song by another local guy named Jody Giambelluca. Do you know Jody Giambelluca from a band called Valentine? No. You remember Valentine? Frank Stallone? We're going way
yeah.
back to the
Right.
70s.
Okay.
Frank Stallone and Jody Giambelluca. Well, he was a fixture in the scene around here.
Mm-hmm.
He actually played on this album I did called The Boomers. We had lost our bass player due to illness, and we had studio booked at Ernie's studio, as a matter of fact, and just called Jody up and said, Jody, we're making a record, man. Can you come over here? And he played the whole thing we did it in 4 days, never heard any of the songs, and he played brilliantly on it. And so Jody told me a story about one time when he was on Route 29, and he was making out with some girl, and he saw a UFO.
Okay.
And so it inspired me to write this song, and also I kind of made it in the style of Frank Zappa.
Okay.
So this one is called
Drinks on
the House. It's all about abduction.
Okay, we won't get the whole thing in, but here
right.
goes. The Gumbo Gumbas.
Cruising down 29 Saturday night, looking at the river and the moon so bright. The sky was clear and the air was clean, and I got the urge to use the latrine. I was so relieved when that flash caught my eye. I looked to my left and something flew by. I tripped on a rock and I fell to the ground, and looking straight up I could see something big and something round. There was lights flashing bright as a discotheque, and it made the hair stand on the back of my neck. A blue beam of light came down from the sky, and my body felt light as a butterfly. I started rising up like a hot air balloon, and I gently landed in this curious room. There were several odd creatures all looking my way, and I was so scared there was only one thing that I could say. Drinks on the house, set 'em up at the bar. Can't believe that I'm seeing people from another star. They had a whole band jamming, but I was quiet as a mouse. I didn't know if I was dreaming. Drinks on the house. Leader of the band came on over to me, looking like he's tripping on some LSD.
Okay, so all this song and all this information was going to be on the Let's Talk WDVR Facebook page and my own, Andy Kinn. And so thank you, Joe, for speaking.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Oh, great stuff. And we'll see you at the event. The event again is at the Clinton Elks.
That's right.
That's the 20th.
20th of June.
Right,
6
okay.
to 9.
All this information is going to be on the all on Facebook pages and stuff like that. So hope to see you there. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of great music like you heard tonight. And don't forget, Chris Poe with Bridges coming up next from 8 until 10. I will catch you Monday on Let's Talk. Thank you very much, Matt Davis and Joseph Grillo. Thank you.
My pleasure. Take care.
I must admit, to have an encounter of the very first kind. One might think that they're losing their mind, but I stand here before you and I swear it's true that I played with that extraterrestrial crew. I hope someday they all return and we can sing that song that night that we all learned. Drinks on the house, belly up to the bar. Can't believe that I'm playing with dudes from another star. They had a whole band jamming, and you can tell your love inspired.